Real estate is hard, and being a brand new agent does not make it any easier, especially if you have nobody to help you. What is going on, YouTube? Julian back with another video. Today we're going to have a talk, getting out of my comfort zone. I'm actually filming in my office right now at the Keller Williams office. I don't usually do that. I like to be alone when I'm making videos, but like I said, I'm going to make something different, and I'm kind of hoping that I can help somebody out who may be in the same exact position I am in my current career. I have been an agent for a year and about 4 months, so I have a little bit more experience than somebody who's coming in, it's their first month, maybe even 6 months in, because everybody's experience is kind of different. Some people start off really well their first year, and some people are struggling really hard their first year, and I'm here for the people who are struggling really hard. If you're doing really well, or you just want to bump up your business, well, I hope this can help you in some way, shape, or form with how you're feeling. So let's get over the inevitable. When you first get into real estate, it's really tough, unless you have a gigantic sphere. But let's just say, like for me, for example, I'm from El Paso, Texas. I'm selling in San Antonio, Texas. I don't have a big sphere. I didn't go to high school here. I didn't go to middle school here. I didn't grow up here in general. So my networking is, based off of who I am, what I've done. I like going to the gym, so I've met a lot of people there, for example. And so if you're in that same exact position, then your first year is going to be really rough. In fact, your first year is going to be your hardest year. But what's cool is there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I want to go over a few things with you guys to kind of just talk about that, just to help you and motivate you, so that way you have something to look forward to, as opposed to thinking very negatively. And so what we're going to talk about today is your resistance and your mindset. And so I have my notebook here because I don't really usually do talks like this, so I have to do like little bullet points so I can remember what I want to talk to you about, because then I'm going to be like, man, I wanted to say that earlier. But either way, so let's just start off with productivity. And so productivity is obviously your lead genning, you're making your calls, you're door knocking, you're doing open houses, you're making YouTube videos if that's what you want to do. I love making YouTube videos, but there's times where life gets in the way, and basically it could be anything. It could be a family member passing, it could be like your dog passing away, whatever the case may be. Maybe you crashed your car and things like that. So that usually will affect us in a way, and it could affect our work. I know that, like, when I go through emotional or traumatizing things in my life, whatever the case may be, that I might not work up to my 100%. And so I want you to know that don't feed into your negative feelings. You want to be able to be productive, because being productive feels really good. And what's kind of hard when you're in that little slump is that you're waiting for that next best thing. But what happens is, in this type of business, and I can vouch for it now, it takes time, for things to start snowballing in. And so for my first entire year, I didn't close the first house until 6 or 7 months after I became an agent. But when I first became an agent, I was thinking, oh, it's going to take me 6 months to get things going. I can go back to school. I can pay for school in cash because I'm going to be making money. And we both know that it's not like that. We both know that it's a lot more challenging than what it appears to be, or what people make it seem to be. When you get into real estate, you look at it more as like, or at least most people do, they're going to be thinking that, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money, I'll be able to have a flexible time schedule, I'll be able to do this. But it's not exactly like that, especially in your beginning years, because that's when you have to put the most amount of work in order to get it to pay off later. And like I said, your first year is going to be your hardest year, because right now nobody knows who you are. Whatever your name is, Realtor, if somebody were to say that, you probably wouldn't have a lot of people be like, I know who that is, or I've worked with them before. It's the same way with me. I'm in that same exact position. And so basically what you want to do is, in your first year, you're going to want to just stay as consistent as possible with what you're doing. And there's times, like I said, where I was like, for my first couple months, I was working so hard. I door knocked, I was cold calling, I had an open house, I set up, and I didn't get anything. And I was so heavily disappointed by that, and it almost caused me to not have as much motivation to want to continue to door knock, But I had only door knocked maybe like twice, and you're not going to see the results right away, and it's a numbers game at the end of the day. So maybe I door knocked 80 houses. Maybe if I did another 20, I would have gotten a solid lead. But getting further into the business, people are going to ghost you. People are going to tell you that they're going to buy with you and then go with somebody else. Whatever the case may be, it's normal. It's a part of it. You do want to stay on top of things, to lessen that chance that, you have a missed opportunity. But you want to be able to accept that sometimes things do happen, and that's just what it is you want to accept it. And so by being productive, what I mean is it feels good to be productive. So if you're in a point in position in your life or in your career right now where you're just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know if I should continue doing this, I don't know if this is for me, or it's like I'm putting all this work in but it's not even coming back to me. Well, I can promise you that it is, and I'm just saying that because of experience, and because like I said, 6 to 7 months I didn't sell a house. It took me another couple months to sell a house after I sold that one, and I really didn't hit like the floor running like I thought I would. But now that I've been a year and 4 months out, I am so instead of me having to call, I'm still calling because I have to. You consistently have to look for business. But let's just say there's one day where like I'm gonna take a break. I'm more than likely going to get called or a text message from 2 to 3 clients, and that feels good because it's almost like I have the momentum going now to the point where, like, back then if I didn't do anything, nobody's going to message me, nobody's going to call me. And so I'm at the point where it's happening, and it took a year and 4 months to see that. And so my biggest thing is just stay productive. I know it's hard, especially with the ups and downs, but stay as productive as you can stay, and it'll come. Another thing too is instant gratification. And so instant gratification is, we are used to basically, like social media, it's an addiction. It's instant gratification when we get a like, or maybe we see something that we like, or we post a video and we get subscribers and we get likes or comments, which I would appreciate if you left a comment down below if this helped you. But instant gratification is basically getting in the way of us wanting to put in that work. So same thing with the productivity. And so if it's best to put your phone away, somewhere, or whatever the case may be, delete your apps to stay productive and to stay busy, then do it, because you're not going to get instant gratification in this business. It's going to take forever. It takes on average 30 to 45 days to close a home anyways, and that's if it even makes it that far. So just because you get a house under contract doesn't mean it's going to close. So it takes a lot of putting work in to get the reward, but the reward that you get is a lot better than if you were to try to do something quick, because most of the time things don't work like that. And if you're far enough in this business, you know that. If you're not, you're gonna learn, but it's okay, it's normal. So discipline. And so discipline is another one that I wanted to talk about, and it's just, it's an obvious one, it's common sense, but believe it or not, some people don't have that, and they're still successful. They have to have discipline to a certain extent. But for me, for example, like, I've been doing this business for, like I said, a year and 4 months, but I still don't have time blocking down, and I'm working on that. And that's a part of discipline that I could work on. But I do, for example, love to work out. I love going to the gym, and that helps me set my day. And so you might be able to find something in the morning. It doesn't mean you have to wake up at 6 in the morning, but just start something in your day that is going to get the ball rolling, that just is, instant habit, basically. So for me, it's a habit to go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym, my day may be off, it may not be, depending what I have to do that day. But usually, because I start off my day at the gym, I'm able to get through the rest of my day and time block it, and it makes it a little bit easier for the days that I do follow it, to stay consistent to what I'm trying to do and get my priorities done for the day. And I would say that working on discipline, like I said, I like to work out. I believe that health and fitness is going to be like a big life changer for you, and I would highly advise to make that your habit if you're going to make anything a habit, and discipline it, because of course you want to live a long, healthy life, and we want to be able to enjoy our successes in the future. So I would definitely advise that, but that helped me out. And I can tell you that definitely kept me in line and kept me in order. If I didn't have the gym, I'd probably be like here, there, here, there, here, there. So let's just see. Let me go back to my last one. And last one is just believing in yourself. And by believing in yourself, I mean just speak your success into existence. So just say, I am going to own that Lamborghini. I am going to sell $1 million of real estate this year. I am going to do. I took a training with Keller Williams, which is who I'm with, and we were talking about how important it is what you say and how you speak about yourself. And I truly believe that, and that's something that I struggle with as well. There's times where I say, well, I can, or I'm trying to, but you don't want to be able to say that. You want to say, I am, and I will, and you want to believe it, because once you start to believe it, you're putting it out into fruition, and you're more than likely, I would say like 90 to 99% chance that you're going to accomplish that goal. I'm not saying that you can become like an American Idol singer, because I know if I put that into fruition, I truly believed it. Unfortunately, I don't have the voice for that. But of course, when it comes to things like you want to sell $1 million in real estate, or you want to buy a new car, or whatever the case may be, I like to write my goals down on a chalkboard, so that way I can look at it every day, and then it feels really good to cross it off the list, you know, when you do accomplish something. And I would highly advise that. So if you are a new agent, once again, keep moving forward, keep pushing, stay consistent to what you got to do. Even if you don't sell a house for a whole year. I had a friend who didn't sell a house for a whole year, and he's super successful in his business right now. And that was his first year. The first year is always going to be the hardest. Remember that. The first year is always going to be the hardest. Do not let it stop you. If you're going to stop real estate after 3 years, at least, I would say. I would assume by then you would know if this is what you want to do or not, because it is a lot of hard work, but it'll pay off in the long run. And by 3 years, you probably already have like business coming to you, so it wouldn't be that bad. But stay consistent. Hit that subscribe button if you like this content, and let me know down below, because this isn't my usual content. But if you do like this and you do want me to give a little bit more advice on what to do, then I can definitely tell you that I will upload. I will try to upload twice a week. If not, I will upload weekly, and I will give talks, and I will help you guys, and I will assist you. If you have any questions, leave it down below also, and I can answer them for you, and we can go from there.